Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. Hope you guys are doing well. This is gonna be a Jill build. I know a lot of you guys like to play Jill. I think Becca was the last one, right? I think I still have a Val one and probably another one for January that I gotta do still. But anyway, so this build for Jill is really more like a damage build, as you can tell there. Let's go over the equipment real quick. If you want to pause the video too, feel free. So I'm using the dog tags on the first equipment there. I'm using the one where it increases the chances of critical hits on the second there. And all those at the bottom, it's either a hollow point. I think one it's a hollow points, and the other one is an FMJ because I'm using it so it maxes out the 25 points, you know. Because if you use only hollow points, I believe it doesn't actually maxes out to 25. So I might be using different there. I might be using one that's the max hollow points that I can carry with the other max FMJ that I can carry. So I'm playing on a squad here, so yeah. Normally I don't do this very much, but this match we're actually playing on a squad, so it's gonna be pretty damn, overwhelming for the mastermind. Now let me go over the perks, right? So I'm using the Samurai Edge. Best one, obviously, when you go for damage when talking Jill. I'm using the one when she dashes, she increases the damage temporarily, as well as the critical hit chance, and which is meant to combo with the equipment that I'm using, of course. And I'm also using the one where when the radical is fully focused, she does more damage as well, which increases by 30%, I believe. And you can see it's pretty high. You can still do pretty well in area 1 just with the up if you're using this build. Now the reason for that equipment of increasing the what's it called, the critical hit chance, is because there's like different tiers to the critical hits that you can get, and it's like one tier to the other, it makes like a huge difference. So by having the most amount of like you see right there 1,200. You see the other time I got 600, but this time I got 1,200. That's the tier difference that I just mentioned. So the more like critical hit things you're using on the increase there, on regarding the equipment, and you see right there, I think it did 1,500. So it's even higher than the 1,200. So see, that's what I mean. It's like there's like different tiers of it, and the more chances of critical hit you have overall total, including the perks and the equipment, the more consistently you're gonna get those high tiers. So that's the only reason why I'm using that to increase that single equipment to increase the critical hit chance instead of using more damage, because the idea is to make it more consistent, to make that high damage more consistent. That's why I'm using that. You could even take another one the damage is off and put another equipment to increase the because there's two of those, right? There's level 1 and level 2 to increase the critical hit chances on the firearms. You can even use both together. And I mean, I don't think it's that necessary here specifically because I want to get those 25 points going. So the way it's set up right now, I can get those 25s. And especially with the Samurai Edge. But again, this is only area 1. I'm usually go with the up if I cannot find the Matilda or something like that on the chest on the first area there. But if I could find them, you see right there the 1,600, and this is where it shines. Like you see 3,000, you can pretty much one shot anything with this build when you have the Samurai Edge going on, which is good. Essentially the same thing as the what's it called, the rocket launcher. You're still like cleaning up areas like very easily. You just have to be more accurate, with the Samurai Edge. It takes a little bit more skill than just the rocket launcher where you shoot randomly and it kills everything. But the benefit is that it recharges a lot faster. You're using the Samurai Edge a lot more often. So that's the trade-off there. And obviously, you want to headshot these builds. These damage builds, you always want to get, especially the critical ones. You always want to headshot because that's where it shines. Not so much shooting the body, especially if you're using the up, right? But now this is where it gets interesting, which is where you on area 2. Where you can get like a bit of a strong weapons like the lightning hawk, and the high dem, I think is the name. The high dem especially because it saves you ammo, which is pretty good. Has a limited ammo, right? But this, you see right there, I bought the lightning hawk, so I'm going for the big damage here. Now I believe I'm still gonna try to buy the high dem later, because the lightning hawk wastes a lot of ammo. But you see that I also bought a melee weapon. Just so you know, the dog tags, they actually influence the melee weapons as well. Not just the dog tags themselves, but the dash, the passive ability from her dash, where she gets more damage and more critical hit chance. That also affects the melee weapon. So if you're dashing and hitting them with the melee weapon, it's still gonna get an increase in damage and everything. Same way you would do with the firearms, the way you see me using it here. But the thing is that with this build like this, you can pretty much one-shot everything with the lightning hawk. So that's why I bought the lightning hawk right there. Because yes, it wastes a bit of a lot of ammo, but you can one-shot anything. So you know, it's kind of a good trade-off in a way, as long as you're not having to deal with too many enemies at once, because then you're gonna run out of ammo. But here is where it shines as well, because you're using the you see I did 4,000 there and wasn't even a critical. You see right there, just like that is dead. But with the samurai edge is also, because you're saving ammo because you're constantly using your samurai edge, you know. This is why I'm using I bought the lightning hawk, because it's meant to balance a little bit the ammo that I'm not wasting with the samurai edge to get the kills with the ammo that I am wasting when using the samurai edge, you know. So the fact that I'm using the samurai edge constantly helps me prevent me from, you know, getting out of ammo from using the lightning hawk. And you see right there, the melee weapon is still very effective, especially when you dash before you start hitting them, when you get all those damage increases. But now this is actually very weird. Alex, like an Alex that plays creatures like this is pretty weird. But it was a good showcase anyway. You see, it's not doing any. It didn't do any critical there, but it was still like 1,200 damage. You see right there, 2,000. Now you see 3,000. It's like I'm not even shooting at the head right there, but it's still damage is so high you can pretty much one-shot anything. You just gotta be careful with the ammo. But check again my samurai edge. You notice how it's almost already charged again. So this is what I mean. You know, it kind of balances out because you're wasting a lot of ammo with the lightning hawk, but you're also saving a lot of ammo by using the samurai edge. And you can always, if you have the melee like I did here, you can always use this instead as well. Or you could buy the high dem if you want to use both weapons. I believe I might do that on the area 3, we'll see. Because the high dem is still going to do a lot of, it's essentially the same thing as the lightning hawk. It's just, you know, it doesn't waste ammo. It's going to do a little bit less damage, but it doesn't waste ammo. But you can still pretty much one-shot anything with the high dem with this build here. You see right there, you're just cleaning everything with the samurai edge. It's pretty good. It works on, and you saw it on the plan as well. It works on the plants as well, the bioweapons. You can use that samurai edge for that as well. We're kind of messy around here. Now, yeah, like I said, this build is pretty weird. I don't know why an Alex would play a creature build like this. It's just a little pointless, but especially against a squad like us. But yeah, it was a good match for showcase the damage and everything. Once you get to area 3, hopefully I can show you guys the core damage as well. And by then, I'm pretty sure I should be able to buy the high den, because you don't want to waste ammo on the core, right? The high den already does a good enough of a job. Right here, I'm really just trying to save ammo. That's why I'm using my melee weapon. Especially when they are together like that, I can just hit multiple of them at the same time. So just really making the most out of all my resources. You see right there, I dashed before I hit them, and I get some pretty good critical hits with the melee weapon as well. So Jill is really good. Like she's just like super like overall character. She does like everything so well. She's not like majorly good at anything besides the high damage, but you know, it's good that she has a lot of options. And you know, just like that again, my samurai edge is gonna recharge. See, this is not a headshot, 3,000 damage. this was a headshot, is like 5,000 damage. It's like way too high. You can pretty much one-shot anything, you know. This is a perfect example. But yeah, if you guys ever worry about the ammo, just go with the high den instead. The reason why I don't like super much the high den is because it shoots too slow, you know, and the dash only lasts for so long. The benefit of the dash is only a couple of seconds, so you don't want to be missing. Don't want to be missing during that time, and you want to, you know, get multiple shots out while you still have the damage going. So that's why I chose the Lightning Hawk at this point before I chose the high den. And we're probably gonna kill the plant here again as soon as she lets me go. Now what I'm doing here, I'm trying to bait her into grabbing me here. Because doing the grab animation, she can't do anything else, so she's pretty much stuck in there. But my team just ended up killing her without me even participating in it. But yeah, that's my idea. The way you counter this that I just mentioned, where you're trying to bait the hit, the grab is really just to use the tentacles to like get them stuck in place, like she did with me right there. That's a good strategy as well. And just like that, we're on area 2 with like 8 minutes. It's pretty dumb. Like, there's like no chance this Mastermind is gonna win now. But yeah, let me see if I bought the hide in here or not. I can see I'm thinking here. Okay, I bought the Matilda. So yeah, I didn't bought the hide then. So yeah, it's probably what I mentioned because I want to get the shots out very quickly while I still have my my dash active. And the high den is really not that good for that. I can get like maybe one, maybe max 2 shots before the I lose the benefit of the dash because the high den has a too slow of a fire rate. But as you can see here with the Matilda, which is like I mentioned on area 1, I go with the up if I cannot find the Matilda. The quick draw is even more effective than the Matilda, but the reason why I don't use it is because it takes too long to focus the reticle. Whereas the Matilda is exactly the opposite. It focuses super quickly, and you can see here from the damage, it's pretty good too. You can just like dominate the creatures with the Matilda alone. You don't even need the Lightning Hawk. And you see that I have essentially 3 weapons now: the Lightning Hawk, the Matilda, and the Samurai Edge. And I'm really timing it when to use which, because the Lightning Hawk is really for those scenarios where I want to maybe damage the core, you know, kill a really strong creature. And the Matilda is so I can save ammo and just kill the weaker creatures in like 1-2 shots. So that would be the best strategy, I think, for this build. You see the damage here, 3,000. But you can still use the melee weapon. You see what, more than 1,000 for every hit. Because like I mentioned, the damage on the melee weapon is also affected by the dash, so that's super good. So you see how like overall this build is. Like I can pretty much do anything. I can destroy cores, I can melee creatures, I can shoot them from afar, and everything is just like high damage and it's like super good. There's something you want to do as well. If the plant grabs someone, she's not able to do anything else doing the animation there. So you have a free chance of just going past her while she's in the animation of eating someone. So sometimes what they do is they will like close an area, which you can do, and you don't have any time. You have to go through the plant, but she's like closing the area. What you can do at that point is really just let them. Someone sacrifices themselves to let her grab them, so the other 3 can go past the plant. That's a good strategy as well. And you can even try to save him afterwards. I don't know, by shooting like they did right there. But yeah, but making her grab someone is the best strategy to get past her. If she's a good, or you can bait. If you can bait the hit, the grab, like I mentioned earlier, is gonna work as well. Because then you can go past her doing the recovery of her animation of trying to grab you and whiffing. So here I could use the. You see, I did shot once there, and you see I did like more than 3,000 damage with the light heart, but it just wastes too much ammo. So the only reason I'm trying to save the ammo here, so that's why I'm using the melee weapon instead of the Lightning Hawk on the actual core. But if you guys want to do super high damage, that's something you can do as well. I just shoot with the Lightning Hawk and I don't know, buy the ammo after once if you happen to run out. But yeah, I think this is the best build. It's really just the old build, the sniper Jill build that I made, but it's just a little bit more versatile, and now you can deal with the stronger. The damage is a little higher as well, more consistent with the critical hits also, because you have more equipment points now to spend, so you can make better combos with the equipment now. And currently, I believe this is really the best build. You can see right there with the Matilda, like this is what it was meant to be on the area 1 and 2. If I happened to get the Matilda on the box, but I didn't, right? So, but mainly, yeah, Matilda is really like your bread and butter here on this build to kill creatures. You still got like 1-2 shot everything, so there's really no issue there. More than like 1,000 damage per shot. You see, like there 2,500, like crazy. And you see right here, this is also shines when you can use the Samurai Edge to destroy the core. You see right there, it was like 3 shots. One shot did 5,000 damage if you saw there on the core. So that's pretty crazy. The second one wasn't a critical hit, but it still got above like 1,000. And you see out there, the third one was like 3,000, almost 4,000 damage as well. So you can essentially destroy the core by yourself as well with this build when using Jill. So the Samurai Edge here really serves multiple purposes. It serves as saving ammo when killing the creatures. You can use it to destroy the core. You can use it to kill the bioweapons itself. So it's like a super like overall build. You see the Matilda here is also when you want to save ammo. You're essentially 2-shotting pretty much any creature you see. No more than 3 shots if it is like that fat one with super high health. You're gonna be maybe 3 shots, something like that. As always, you see there, you can still use the dash for dodging. So see, I dodge her a little bit there, and now I activated the door, and it's pretty much GG at this point. If she stays on a plant, she's not gonna be able to even spawn creatures, and you see my team is gonna kill that really quick, pretty soon. Now it's time for the damage. Yeah, just like that, it's gone. And yeah, like 7 minutes on the clock. I mean, not much this mastermind can do now. But yeah, guys, that's the build for Jill. It's really like a super overall build, but it's more like a killing build, honestly. But you just, I don't know, man. It's like overall, but it kind of serves all purposes at once. Like you're just killing the creatures, you're doing the objectives, you're dealing with the bioweapons. There's so much stuff you're doing. But yeah, I didn't do in this video. But if you guys, you could still try the hide end if you want to. I think ideally, probably you would like to have 3 weapons here. The hide end, the lightning hawk. Instead of buying the melee weapon like I did, you could just have the three firearms with the hide end, the lightning hawk, and the Matilda. Because the hide end is still gonna do super high damage, just like the lightning hawk will. You're just not wasting any ammo to do so, you know. But guys, that's the build. There's some ideas for you guys, and see you guys in the next one. Take care.